Happy Saturday, everybody. It's another smoky day here in Northern California. The, uh, the threat of fire doesn't seem quite so significant right where we are now, but you would never know it from smelling the air. The air quality in the Bay Area varies from moderate to horrific. Here it is currently unhealthy, kind of 150 plus parts per million. But indoors, it's just fine. So good enough to play, and I'm excited to be here. Uh, there's so much going on right now, and I've been thinking a lot about Chadwick Boseman. I'm not a Marvel superhero person, so for whatever reason, I have never seen Black Panther. But last night, Ann and I watched 42, which is the movie where he plays Jackie Robinson, and it is such a great film, and he is amazing in it, and it was really great to watch that, and to think of all the amazing things that he did in such a short period of time, and how profoundly he will represent the ideals of a couple of generations, for all time. It's really the lasting mark that man made. Really quite astonishing. So I'm thinking about him as I sing today. The songs are not about anything in particular related to him, but I'm thinking a lot about him just because the influence was so great. Well, I've been out of work since the plant shut down. They shipped our jobs to China, left behind our town, tumbleweed rolling through. It feels like we've all been screwed. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. Politicians say in banks we trust, we gave them all the money that once belonged to us in the name of red, white, and blue. It feels like we've all been screwed. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. We used to have insurance and a steady job, but a banker bought the business with intent to rob. He closed all the factories, shuttered every store. Thousands out of work makes his stock worth more. Debt and unemployment, we got up the wazoo. Change we can't believe in is long overdue. It's past time to sing the blues. It feels like we've all been screwed. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. Living the American dream. Living the American dream. Ever seen the old man outside the closed down market, kicking up the paper with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely by his side yesterday's paper, telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me that you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks through the streets of London? Dirt in her hair, her clothes all in rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in two carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man is sitting on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour, then he wanders off alone. So how can you tell me that you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission? Memory fading with the metal ribbons that he wears. In our winter city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me that you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? Don't say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Here I stand, head in hand, bend my face to the wall. If she's gone, can't go on, feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stare, each and every day, I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, hey, you've got to hide your love away. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. How can I even try? I can never win. Hearing them, seeing them in the shape I'm in. How could she say to me, love will run away? Gather round, all you clowns, let me hear you say, hey, you got to hide your love away. 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 So one of the films that Chadwick Boseman was in was a film, kind of a biopic about Thurgood Marshall. And Thurgood Marshall was certainly one of the most important Americans of the 20th century. I guess he basically created the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, which means that he was the guy who, from a legal perspective, laid the groundwork for the Voting Rights Act. And then, of course, he was appointed to the Supreme Court. And it was while he was on the Supreme Court, my father
was funny. My father, he was not a practicing lawyer, but he had gone to law school, and by just an incredibly fortuitous circumstance, 2 of his classmates made it to the Supreme Court. And so when I was young, and I forget exactly how old, but I'm going to guess, I don't know, maybe early teens, so maybe middle school, but it might have been high school. We made a trip to Washington, D.C., you know, just to see the sights. And the highlight was that my father had gotten us an opportunity to go to the Supreme Court. And of the 2 people he'd gone to law school with who were on the Supreme Court, one was able to see us. But the cool thing was that he'd set up a meeting for us to meet Thurgood Marshall. And in my household, where the civil rights movement was, you know, not just something you read about, it was something he actually did. Like meeting Thurgood Marshall was really cool. I mean, you know, I never met Martin Luther King, obviously, but I did meet, you know, Jackie Robinson. I met Thurgood Marshall, which is not bad, and I've now become really close friends with a guy named Clarence Jones, who was Martin Luther King's lawyer and was the guy who smuggled the letter out of Birmingham jail. And Ann did a collaboration. If you may have seen the video about Charlottesville that Ann did with Governor Jack Markell from Delaware, and then all of us being on it. Well, Governor Markell did lyrics for another song based on the letter from Birmingham jail, and asked Ann to put that to music also, which she did with, you know, Jason participated in that, but the key performer on it is Eric McFadden, and Eric, a great San Francisco musician, longtime friend and collaborator with Ann. And so they made this amazing song, which we're going to put out, I think, you know, in a few weeks, in September. I forget the exact date it's coming out. But what's really cool is Clarence Jones does one of the verses in spoken word, and all the lyrics are taken directly from the letter from Birmingham jail. So it's like, here is the man who smuggled it out of there over 5 days doing a verse of this song. It's going to be really cool. And I think as part of that, Ann's going to release a video interview of Clarence that she did that was in the form of a Zoom call. It's really fun. And the story was amazing because I hadn't realized that, you know, I just assumed Martin Luther King wrote this down on paper and gave it to Clarence and he smuggled it out. But it turns out that he had to bring paper in. He did it a little piece at a time and snuck it out over like 5 days. Pretty amazing. We're going to have to do that again. I mean, everybody needs to get ready because, you know, I don't know if you've noticed, but the Trump guys are not even pretending anymore, right? They're just making a play, and they're not worrying about what the law says. They're not worrying about democracy. They're basically just saying, this is ours, and you're going to have to take it away from us. And that's not a good place to be.
It's a long, dusty road. It's a hot and heavy load. Folks I meet ain't always kind. Some are bad, some are good. Some have done the best they could. Some have tried to ease my trouble in mind. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. I've been wandering through this line, just doing the best I can, trying to find what I was meant to do. The people that I see look as worried as can be, and it looks like they're a wandering deer. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Had a little girl one time, she had lips like sherry wine. I loved her so my head just went insane. I was too blind to see she was drifting away from me. That good gal's riding off on the morning train. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Had me a buddy back home, she started out to roam. Here she's out by the Frisco Bay. Sometimes when I've had a few, her old voice comes ringing through. I'm going out to see her someday. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. If you seen that passing by, and sit and you wonder why, and you wish you were around blood too. Now your shoes to the kitchen floor, just lace them up and bar the door. Thank your stars for the roof that's over you. And I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Oh, and I can't help but wonder where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Can't help but wonder where I'm bound.
I realized I can mute this while I'm tuning it, so I can spare you having to listen to me doing it. So I thought I would go to a different kind of blues, which I would characterize as a white person's blues. It was certainly quite common. I mean, it was really something that in my youth at least was the normal state of things. You may remember that the fabulous Furry Freak Brothers of Zap Comics fame, I think they were in Zap. If they were underground comics anyway. The fabulous Furry Freak Brothers used to say, you can get through times, as long as you have dope, you can get through times with no money way better than you can get through times where you got money but no dope. I didn't say that right, but that was the gist of what they said. And I remember those times, but mostly what I remember was times of having neither, which was not only commonplace, that was sort of the basic normal setting of my life until my 30s. Sitting alone Saturday night, watching the Late Late Show. Bottle of wine, some cigarettes, got no place to go. Well, I saw your other man today. He was wearing my brand new shoe. I'm down to seeds and stems,
Met my old friend Bob today from up in Bowling Green. He had the prettiest little gown I had ever seen. Could not hide my tears at all. She looked just like you, and I'm down to seeds and stems again too. Everybody tells me there are other ways to get high. They don't seem to understand, too far gone to try. And these lonely memories, they're all that I can't lose, and I'm down seeds and stems again too. My dog died just yesterday. He left me all alone. Finance company dropped by today to repossess my home. That's just a drop in the bucket, girl, compared with losing you. And I'm down to seeds and stems again too. I got the down to seeds and stems again blue.
This brings to mind a piece of good news. Carl Hyacin has written a new book, and it is epically great. I mean, if you were at all a fan of the tomes of Carl Hyacin, he began, must have been 30 years ago, with a book called Tourist Season. And he was the first guy who effectively wrote about Florida, man. He's a columnist for the Miami Herald, and he wrote these breathtakingly funny books that featured, I guess you'd call him a detective, but they weren't really detective stories. They were really mostly stories about the insanity of Florida and these just unbelievably comical situations produced from it. And the guy's just an amazingly gifted writer. And he's also written a tremendous series of books for children that are also funny, but not, you know, they're not funny the same way. Anyway, it's been a while since he's written a book for adults, and this one is, I mean, it's Florida in the age of Trump, and it, I promise you it will make you feel much better, so I hope you'll check it out. I want to send this one out to Gail.
He made a real big mess, the Federal Express. They couldn't stop the engine in time. The air brakes failed, the passengers well, they flew off the end of the line. We elected Eisenhower, the rich had a celebration. The Federal Express was the train they took to wax inauguration. Departing Boston, running smooth, the Brahmins, they were smiling. But then a broken brake, an hour late, that express left Rhode Island. It raced down to New Haven, then through Manhattan's door. They made up 30 minutes when they got to Baltimore. Harry B., the engineer, said everything was J. His express could make it lights on time if they didn't touch the brake. It made a real big mess, the Federal Express. They couldn't stop the engine in time. The air brakes failed, the passengers wailed as they flew off the end of the line. Coming into Washington at 80 miles an hour, the express tried to slow it down as it passed the warning tower. The brakes were gone, the train raced on to an end most surely dead. Horns are blaring, screams and swearing, moments filled with dread. Track 16's at the end of the line, the waiting room's behind. The express blasted right on in through marble, oak and pine. Trash and walls, a wrecking ball, with no safe place to go. But then the floor collapsed, the engine flopped to the baggage room below. Luck can come from nowhere, magically. Hundreds got away that day, scot-free. It made a real big mess, the Federal Express, when they couldn't stop the engine in time. The air brakes failed, the passengers wailed as they flew off the end of the line. Nobody died on the Federal Express, I know that's hard to believe. But way back then, rich Bostonians had aces up their sleeve. Even the locomotive was safe, he lived to hear them say, when it absolutely positively has to get there, absolutely positively has to get there, absolutely positively has to get there, FedEx is the way. This next one took me a long time to get it, so I was satisfied to play it. But every day I like it better. In my dreams I'm gonna build a giant ocean liner. In my dreams it will be like Titanic, only finer. In my dreams the passengers will come from cable news and politics, blowhards and hypocrites divide the country with their shticks, the network and the wingnuts sow anger and resentment, while 5 white souls in Washington roll back the Enlightenment. The speaker thinks it's peachy, the turtle thinks it's hot. They both claim to be Lincoln, but on this day they're not. Whoa, 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 whoa. The captain is that guy whose cruise ship ran aground. They say he's reborn, but he's nowhere to be found. I'll send the apprentice and the model, Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and their fashion-selling daughter and her preppy out to sea, and all the angry white folks with their statues and their swastikas, gun nuts and cybertropes, putting down the rest of us. Whoa, 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 whoa. The lookout is that guy from the Exxon Valdez. He'll be 3 sheets to the wind, even when there is no breeze. In my dreams I'm gonna build a maritime disaster. In my dreams it will sink like Titanic, only faster. In my dreams they give out prizes for getting rid of bad guys, but my ship's not big enough for all the assholes and their big lies. In my dreams I've got a second ship to carry all the overflow and several others in construction, 'cause the asshole population grows. Yes, it grows. But in my dreams, in my dreams, in my dreams, my dreams, in my dreams, my dreams.
Time for a little waltz time.
Nobody feels any pain tonight as I stand inside the rain. Everybody knows my baby's got new clothes, but lately I've seen her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curl. She takes just like a woman, yes she does, and she aches just like a woman, yes she does, and she makes love just like a woman. But she breaks like a little girl. Queen Mary, she's my friend. I believe, well, I'd go see her again. Nobody has to guess that my baby can't be blessed till she sees finally that she's like all the rest, with her gold, her amphetamine, and her curls. She takes just like a woman, yes she does. She makes just like a woman, and she aches love just like a woman. But she breaks just like a little girl. It was raining from her first, and I was dying there of thirst, so I came in here. Y'all long time curse hurts, but what's worse is there's pain in here. I can't stand it here. Ain't it clear that I just don't feel? I believe that it's time for us to quit. And when we're hungry with young world. She takes just like a woman, and she aches just like a woman, and she makes love just like a woman, but she has like a little girl. Busted flat, bad and ruined, waiting for a train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby flagged a diesel down just before it rained, took us all the way to New Orleans. I took my hot banana, a dirty red bandana. I was blown sad while Bobby sang the blues, with those windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping out with sign near every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to do. Nothing ain't worth nothing long, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McNamee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul, standing right beside me, Lord, for everything I done. Bobby's body kept me from the cold, but then somewhere near Selena's lawn, I let her slip away, looking for that home. Now I hope she finds it. Trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing was all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Good mood was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McNamee. Hey-de-la, la-de-da-da-da. Hey-de-la, hey-de-la-da, Bobby McNamee. Hey-de-la, 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 Bobby McNamee. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to do. Nothing ain't with nothing, nobody's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee.
So as you can see, there's a lot of songs here about, you know, the American experience and traveling through it. All were written in an era when things were a lot less scary than they are today. But they all, at least for me, each one of these songs has resonance. And I think that's really what art and music are all about. In fact, this reminds me I should be telling you something. The Haight Street Art Center, which is in San Francisco, 215 Haight Street, has a brand new exhibit. And what's cool about it is it's outdoors, but it's also virtual. So if you're in San Francisco, you can go by 215 Haight Street, and it's in the back. It's in you enter off of Laguna, so it's Haight and Laguna, and you go, you know, maybe, I don't know, 75 feet down Laguna and turn into the courtyard. So it's like an apartment complex. You turn into the courtyard, and then there's great signage that tells you where to go. But this exhibit is the centennial of the 19th Amendment, which is where women earned the right to vote. And, you know, the thing is, the 19th Amendment is and always has been unfinished business. And this is an exhibit of posters by 22 different women. I think half of them, or maybe more than half, are women of color, or gender fluid people. And it's really deep and really moving. And you can find it by going to haitstreetart.org/XIX, which would be Latin for 19, and checking it out there. And it's really cool stuff. And I'd encourage you to share it. If you like the posters, they're all available. All the proceeds go to the artists. And, you know, these are mostly people who don't make rock posters. They're more from the political world. And so I want to say that maybe 3/4 of them are new to us. And it's one of the things that makes me most proud of the Haight Street Art Center. It's the way that it's engaging the artistic community and giving them opportunities to say what they need to say. The next exhibit that will follow this one will be a Get Out the Vote program. So if you know people with amazing poster art that's political that way, let us know. Anyway, I hope you go and check out that exhibit and that you enjoy it. Ann and I went and checked it out yesterday in person, and it was really cool.
Think I'll go out to Alberta, weather's good there in the fall. Got some friends that I can go working for. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I ask you one more time. We've been through that 100 times before. 4 strong winds that blow lonely, 7 seas that run high, and all those things that don't change, come what may. For the good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. And I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. If I get there before the snow flies, and if things are looking good, you could meet me if I sent you down the fair. But by then it will be winter, not too much for you to do. But those winds sure can blow cold way out there. Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, and all those things that don't change come what may. All the good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. And I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I ask you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times before. Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, and all those things that don't change come what may. For the good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. And I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. And I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way.
So, you guys all know the amazing Patrick Sporer, who is responsible for broadcasting each and every one of these shows. Patrick's mom has been in a very bad way medically, and she lives in Florida. Patrick lives near San Diego. And apparently she's in hospice, and apparently the time is short. So Patrick is driving across the country as we speak. He is currently in Arizona, so he's, day one of the drive. But he has paused in order to broadcast this show, which is, this is not the first time. This is the third trip he's made to Florida since we've been in quarantine. So you may not have noticed it. We have talked about this before. You may not have noticed it, but Patrick has broadcast every single day, even when he's driving across the country. And, he stops in some rest area that's got good bandwidth, and off we go. And I just want to acknowledge what an amazing human being he is. This is what a great son does for a mother. And what he does for all of us is something that, money can't buy. Some people are wired to be really great human beings, and Patrick Sporer is one of those people, and I'm lucky to call him my friend, and I hope all of you will think of him that way also. Anyway, this song I'm going to send out both to Patrick and his mom, but also to the person I always send it out to, Tracy Sheridan. Southern Cross shine distant, beacon in the night, constellation burning, beckoning light. Trouble above, darkness falls, Orion is broken, the eagle is lost.
changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Mountains of rain reflect the pain. We hear the swirling of the wind. Clouds of tears undiminished by the years, haunting us over and over again. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Empty the clouds, some in the wind. How many times can we start over again? Slate looks clean, but underneath the chalk remembers so many. Empty the cloud, some in the wind. How many times we start over again? Orion is back in the southern sky. Prophets know the eagle will fly. Southern Cross shine closer, beacon in the night. Constellation burning, beckoning bright. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. Raining down to the ground, stars fall from the sky. Life is changed, rearranged in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. Safe travels, Patrick, please, and to your mom. And Tracy, please get well. when your mother sent back all of your invitations, and your father to your sister he explained, you're tired of yourself and all of your creation. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? When all of the flower ladies they want back what they have lent you, the smell of their roses does not remain, and all of your children start to resent you. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? When all the clowns that you have commissioned have died in battle or in vain, and you're sick and tired of all this repetition, won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? When all of your advisors heave down that plastic at your feet to convince you of your pain, to convince you that your conclusion should be more drastic, won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? When all of the bandits that you've turned your other cheek to lay down their bandanas and complain, all you want is someone you don't have to speak to. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane?
cool tone. Ooh. So one of the cool things about, you know, writing a lot of songs that every once in a while you write one, you forget about it for a while. And then you come into the occasion when it's exactly the right thing. This next one, you've heard me tell this story in the context of Moonalice because the music, it started as an instrumental and it lived for a number of years as an instrumental inside a band that I was in college. So this song literally dates from 1979 or 1980. So it's 40 years old, it's an old song. And I put words to it during the Bush administration that make way more sense in the Trump administration. So here we go. Long after midnight and the party rages, lunatics and animals out of their cages, alarm bells ringing, who knows why. Nobody listens, nobody cares. Wrong burn, wrong burn, wrong burn. Hurricane winds tearing up my street, flood waters everywhere 3 feet deep. We better do something before we all die. Naked men say our debt is too high. Wrong burn, wrong burn, wrong burn. Every kid hopes to be a fireman. Till the fire starts, it's all a game. Now the flames are everywhere. We can only sit and stare, watch our sweetest dream go up in flames. Dear fire, there fire blazing away. Loads of smoke, totes of smoke, we start to pray. We better do something before we all die. Naked men say tax rates are too high. Wrong burn, wrong burn, wrong burn, wrong burn, wrong burn. I want to send this out to Karen. Maybe Adam. When I think of heaven,
deliver me in a black wing bird. I think of flying down into a sea of pens and feathers, and all the other instruments of faith and sex and God, the belly of a black wing bird. Don't try to feed me, I've been here before. I deserve a little more. I belong in the service of the Queen, and I belong anywhere but in between. She's been crying, and I've been thinking, I am the rain king. I said, Mama, 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 why am I so alone? I cannot go outside, I'm scared I might not make it home. I'm alive, but I'm sinking, and if there's anyone at home at your place, darling, why don't you invite me in? Don't try to bleed me, I've been there before, and I deserve a little more, and I belong in the service of the Queen, and I belong anywhere but in between. She's been lying, and I've been sinking, and I am the rain king. Hey, I only want the same as anyone. Henderson is waiting for the sun. Oh, it seems night endlessly begins and ends. After all the dreaming, I come home again. When I think of heaven, deliver me in a black wing bird, I think of Diane. And never feel the flaming heather render up my body into a burning heart of God in the belly of a black wing bird. Don't try to bleed me, I've been here before, and I deserve a little more. I belong in the service of the Queen, and I belong anywhere but in between. She's been dying, and I've been drinking, and I am the rain king. I am the rain king. I am the rain king. I am the rain king.
So I want to wrap it up today with an old favorite, a song that I have loved for more than 50 years.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving, I will send to you. Thank you all very much. I hope you have a lovely Saturday evening. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank Patrick in particular. I want to wish you safe travels, my friend. Drive carefully and safely. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see all of you tomorrow too. I'll be back for a Sunday afternoon solo show, and I'll probably come up with a theme and we'll do something fun. Anyway, be safe out there. Wear your masks, wash your hands, be nice to everybody you meet, and remember, we're gonna have to get out in the streets at some point here, because I think this thing has gone past the place where we can just sit back and expect it to get better. I think we're all gonna have to just say, hey, I'm here, I wanna be counted. You know, I want us to see us just getting out there and making our voices heard. The old-fashioned, you know, non-violent, peaceful, you know, the way that it's done most effectively. Anyway, thank you all for being attentive and for just being who you are. Love you all. Bye-bye.